What's going on, everyone? It's Brandon with Jacoby Fine Jewelry, Shore Personal Jeweler. We just dropped the highly anticipated Diamond Angel pendants. We originally had just the plain gold version, which are very popular. So I want to take time to do a full-length review on the Diamond Angel pendants, the sizes, pair them with some chains, show you guys what they're looking like. With that being said, let's get started. Before we get into this review, I have to answer a question I've been receiving more frequently lately. The diamonds we use in Jacoby Peace, are they natural? Are they lab diamonds? They're all natural diamonds. We test them before we buy them. Nowhere have I ever said that we're using lab diamonds. Nowhere have I backed lab diamonds. If you're gonna buy Jacoby Peace, it's going to be the real deal natural. And for these diamonds, we're using VS quality and G color, so they are nice, and I will show you in some B-rolls just what they're looking like in the sun. Let's start off with the Mini Angel. This is the most popular pendant we sell on Jacoby.com per unit sold, and you're gonna see why. If you're like me, check me out right here. I got my mini size custom jalapeno pepper. I like the mini size for everyday wear. I've been saying this for year after year. We have it on a 1mm box chain, 20-inch. I want to switch it up and just show a box chain because that's like the OG of reliable chains for pendants. This is that subtle look. For each of these sizes, I want to show kind of the thin chain that is strong or durable enough to hold the pendant but not take over. A case in point with a 1mm box chain. Now let's show it on a 3mm Franco chain, 20-inch. A lot of you guys, we've sold thousands and thousands of these chains, have the 3mm Franco. So if you wanted to just throw something super subtle on that chain, here's how it's going to look. And for a bonus clip, I threw it on the 4mm rope chain because thousands and thousands of people have Jacoby 4mm rope chains, 20-inch, to show how that's looking as well. So if you have kind of a thicker chain and want to add a subtle pendant, this is about what it's gonna look like. Next, we have the standard size. This is perfect for everyday wear if you're looking for just a little bit more presence compared to the mini size Angel, and also if you're looking for that pendant to weigh down your chain a little bit, because when I put the mini Angel on the 3mm or 4mm rope, it was not weighing it down at all. So if that is huge, if you kind of want that V look, then consider the standard size. I'll put all of them side by side so you can kind of gauge the difference between the two, but standard size does very well because a lot of people are comfortable. It's not too big for everyday wear, but it also holds down that pendant. It looks nice. I paired it with a 3mm 20-inch diamond cut Franco. Again, a lot of people have these chains. I feel the standard size, no matter what the design is, perfect for that 3mm, that 4mm rope chain or Franco chain. Next, to give it a little bit more size, if you want the chain to be a little chunkier, or if you have a specific bigger chain, here it is on the 6mm 22-inch rope chain, looking nice. So it kind of depends on your preference. If you want to go more subtle with the chain and have the pendant do the talking, as I would say, or go with a thicker chain and then have more of a subtle pendant look. Let's move up to the large Angel pendant, and I stuck with the same chains as I previously used for the standard, so you can kind of see the contrast and notice how the bigger the pendant, how it visually changes a little bit. So the large Diamond Angel on that 3mm 20-inch Franco. Now the interesting thing about it is there's not a crazy size difference between a standard or large, but just notice when I stick with the same chain that I use with the standard, how much more that large pops. And when I was doing this B-roll, I was like, I have to mention, there's no way this large pendant, as you see on the screen, looks that big in real life. It is smaller, it just pops more. I think because of the chains were the same, and that's what I was watching previously. Then I put it on the 6mm 22-inch rope, and you get more of a complete look because that rope is a little chunkier. It just depends, again, on your preference, how you want to present that pendant. Do you want to pop more, or do you want the chain to kind of be more proportional to the pendant? So either way, it is a good look as long as you get a nice chain, of course. New size alert, people have been asking for a larger size Angel pendant, so we now have the XL Angel pendant. It is heavy, it is big. This is what you want if you have a thicker chain or a bigger person, or just want that bigger look overall. The subtle chain, quote unquote subtle chain, I paired it with is a 4mm 22-inch Franco, which I think is a great solitaire chain. It just shows how big this pendant is, and that is how I would recommend if you want that subtle look. you gotta make sure, and I made a YouTube short about this, if you're gonna pair a heavy pendant like this, close to 50 grams for a pendant, make sure you have room in your budget for a nice, solid, durable chain like a 4mm Franco. Again, on its own, the 4mm Franco was my dream chain for a solitaire chain at one point. Now, for a pendant like this, it is considered just a complimentary piece, which is saying something, especially when you add those VS diamonds, of course. And if you want a complete chunky look, I paired it with a 7mm 24-inch rope just to give you all that gold around the neck. Now, I want to show a side-by-side of the large diamond angel versus the XL diamond angel to show the sizing difference. We went big on this one, so there's no questions or concerns if it's big enough for my thicker chain. I'm a bigger guy. I want a bigger look. We went big with this one, so you can see the difference. That's not really the case between a mini and a standard large. They're kind of the same. Jacoji pieces aren't oversized. They are always solid, so we kind of keep that gram weight relative or reasonable without going, you know, super big and then super hollow to make it work, because we can make a 2-inch 100-gram pendant. Not too many people want to spend that type of money or have a chain to hold it. So that is why Jacoji pieces are relatively smaller and offer that subtle look, because we want to keep it solid, high polish, and all that good stuff without making it crazy in price. But if you want something big, the XL Diamond Angel or the plain version is the choice for you. Guys, that's pretty much it for the Angel pendants. I hope this review helped you. These are a great choice, and I'm really impressed, especially for a mini size piece like the mini Diamond Angel, how well it shines. Look at it in the sun. You can tell that the presentation, the quality, everything is right with these pieces. They are expensive because they're diamond, but they're worth it. If you ask me, if you want that subtle flex with something like a mini diamond or a standard diamond, this is the piece for you. Super easy to wear. Thank you guys. Hop on Jacoji.com to check out all the specs, gram weights, everything you need to know about these new Diamond Jacoji Angel pendants. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next jewelry video.